it'll be fine.
Otherwise, I'll probably dip right back over here and behind this little corner.
No, that should be good. Yeah. Really good. Is he 85 over? He hit fastball 85. That's the one he hit at was the fastball. Yeah, he pulled off.
Coach, here work, over there work.
Either one work.
Okay, thanks, sir.
Contest in the third place game. During the final Rebels and Oktaha Tigers. First baseman number 20, Mason Ledford. That is third and shortstop number 11, Hunter Gillis. The boys doesn't get hit on 16 throws.
All right, so the third place game will feature the host Silo Rebels versus the Oktaha Tigers. In the fifth place game earlier today, Tupelo Tigers jumped out to a 5-0 lead in the top of the first, and then the Tuska Tigers came roaring back to score 10 unanswered runs, briefly have a 10-6 lead, and then build it to a 13-6 victory through the top of 7 innings. So the fifth place game in the books. The third place game, as I said, will feature Silo versus Oktaha. And then the championship game at approximately 4 to 4:15 will feature the Red Oak Eagles from Class B versus the Dale Pirates from Class A. Your Prep Nation TV doubleheader games of the day. On the mound today will be sophomore number 4, Will Farr. And we will confirm here in a moment who will be the starting pitcher for Oktaha. Week 5 rankings, Oktaha in at number 8, Silo in at number 2. Dale upset Silo yesterday in the final game of the day. Silo jumped out to a 2-0 lead. Dale came back to win 5-2. Silo's second defeat on the season. Wouldn't read too much into that. Both games, their number 1 pitcher who will be on the mound today, Will Farr, did not pitch. And they had a combination of their 2, 3, and 4 in those particular games. Those who have followed Silo and Coach Bowen knows that in large part he tends to pull back and not show the top ace to a team until playoffs. Specifically until state. Again, would like to congratulate Coach Ed Collins from Latta. He set the all-time wins last night against Turner in a doubleheader, giving him 2,116 victories for his high school career that has spanned 44 years. 1 year at Jones for the Longhorns, 3 at the Rattan Rams, and then now 39 and counting with the Latta Panthers. Hot on his heels, this gentleman right here walking by, Coach Billy Bowen from the Silo Rebels. Today marks his 2500th game in high school baseball. So congratulations to Coach Bowen. 2,500 games is a whole lot. And he's won a bunch of them, 2,088. Oktaha started the season in rain delays. They basically were one of the few schools to get their season started by week 3. Talked to Coach Rodden, and many times they were ready to play, wanted to play, capable of playing, just could not do so due to fields, cancellations, and postponements due to COVID. And so they had a little bit of a dip to the season. Same thing for the Tupelo Tigers that performed well this tournament. They had 2 delays due to COVID and then rain cancellations. I believe Wright City likewise had about 18 games postponed and canceled through the season. So it's been a challenging fall. But nonetheless, each team has the opportunity in the next 3 weeks to control their destiny, as district assignments were announced yesterday. And those games will start September 24th through the 26th. Should there be any delays due to cancellations, postponements, inclement weathers, or somehow each team gets beat, then if necessary, games would have to be settled by Monday, September 28th. Coach Bowen in the bullpen with Mr. Farr, and Coach Hastings talking to the team out by third. We should be about 2 or 3 minutes out and ready to go. I'd like to thank today's sponsor for our game coverage, Casa in Durant. All right, Rebels ready to roll. They will be the home team, so they'll be in field, and Tigers will be up to bat. Prep Nation TV doubleheader games of the day almost underway. Mr. Blue is here, and so ump and ref are ready to go. We'll do an exchange at home plate with the starting lineups, go over dead, foul, and dead zones, exchange pleasantries between the coaches, and we'll be ready to start your Prep Nation game of the day.
Why are we walking in the dugout? He just said that.
Don't worry about it. I'm telling you, I'm taking jerseys away coming Monday.
He just said that.
I'm taking jerseys away coming Monday. As long as I got 10 guys, I'm taking jerseys away.
We'll go in there and set a tempo. Let's go.
All right, Prep Nation game of the day ready to start. Silo Rebels, Oktaha Tigers up next, Prep Nation. Loaded tournament with Class A and B teams. Number 11, Tupelo. Number 1, Red Oak in Class B. Number 2, Silo in Class A. Number 5, Dale. Number 8, Oktaha. Number 11, Tusca. And previously, number 9, Wright City. Only team this year to play at the 23rd Annual Silo Rebel Invitational that was unranked were the Soper Bears. 6 teams from Class A, 2 from Class B for fall baseball. Coach Rod makes his way to third base. Matchup features Kevin Rodden versus Billy Bowen. Tigers, Rebels. Prep Nation TV doubleheader coverage of the 23rd Annual Silo Rebel Invitational.
Let's go, Will. Let's go, Bob. Get your spots, kid. Let's go. There we go, Will. Hey, Bob, let's go. Here you go, kid.
No, Will.
Let's go, Will. Right here, bud. Let him on. Let's go, bud. Right here, let's go. Go, good. Let's go, let's go. You got this, bud. Oh, Will. Let's go, Will. What you doing, bud? Let's go.
Let's go.
Here, Will. Bring that ball in, kid. Let's go, Bob. Let's go, Will. Let's go.
Let's go, Will.
Go get him, kid. Let's go, Will. Right here,
Go,
bud.
Will.
Come on, Will.
Get here, Will.
Come back, kid. Let's go.
Get up, kid.
Let's go, Will. Right here, bud. Let's go. Get the kid. That one, Will.
And a leadoff walk for Oktaha. They have a runner on first.
Hey, don't be late in the middle. Let's go. Let's go, Will.
That keeps him on tight on first.
Let's go, Will, right here, bud. Go, Will. Go get you 2 more here, kid.
That ball is low. All right, brief meeting at the mound between the shortstop and the pitcher. Beautiful day here in Silo. Far again keeps him high and tight on first.
Keep it up, Will. A little bit out there, kid. Pick it up.
Here we go, I'm kid.
Get some. Let's go, Will. Hey, kid.
Bunt shown. Another ball. I believe our scoreboard is a couple of pitches off. I know it's at least a 2-0 count.
Will, you got this, kid.
Let's go, Will.
Let's go, Will.
Ball hit in place for a single, the first run and hit of the day other than the walk.
Here you go, let's go, Will. Hey, just shoot ground ball.
Let's do it. Hey, kid, right here, Will. You 2 more right here, bud.
Get there, go to work.
Runners on first and second for the Tigers here. Rebels looking to get their first out of the game. Ball in high, 1-0 count.
All right, step back, see the baseball. Let's go.
Let's go, Will, kid. Adjust. Go get him out there. Look good. Let's go, Will.
And a strike evens it up 1-1.
Let's go, Will. Go, Will. Good, kid. Go, Will. Go right, kid. All right, player. Let's go, Will. Find it. Lock it home. Let's go. Find your release point. Let's go. Come on, stick with it. Let's go, Will. Hurry, boy.
That batter shows bunt, pops up foul. So 2-2 count.
Go, Will. Get out there, kid. There you go, ball.
Go, Will.
Go, Will. Here we go, kid. Hey, got two on it. Get two ground ball. Go, Will.
That check swing keeps the count the same, 2-2 after the foul ball.
Big part of the field.
Go, Will. Let's go, Will. Let's go, Will. Hey, let's go, Will. Hurry, boy.
Money pitch in. Whoo! Boy, that looked like a strike. Guess that's a pay above my pay grade, but boy, that looked like a strike. So we'll have a full count, another money pitch on its way.
Go, Will. Go, Will. Hurry, boy.
And in low for a ball, so the bases are now loaded for Oktaha here in the top of the first. Catcher heads out to the mound to meet with the pitcher. Most importantly, no outs.
Hey, be Big Tom. Hey, reset. Let's go.
Let's go, Will.
Go, Will. Will. Go get him, kid. Will. Let's go, everybody. Let's go, Will. There we go, kid. Get a game. Two ball.
In for a strike. First batter that Farr has faced that he's been up on the count to start, so 0-1. Another meeting at the mound between the catcher and the pitcher. Coach Bowen likewise will go with him.
Go, Bob.
All right, so there was a call on the bat to check it, I guess based upon the sound, and ump and ref both look at it. Bat is approved, so we are back in action. Outside for a ball. A hit batter will score a run, and Oktaha takes a 1-0 lead. That's going to fall for an RBI, 2 in fact, and it is an early 3-0 lead for the Tigers. Their second hit of the day.
Let's go, Will. Let's go. Pick it up. Let's go, Will. Get you a ground ball. Hey, Will, you got third base line. You have to bounce off the rubber.
All right, shows bunt. So after the 2 RBI single and then a walk scores an unearned run, it is a 3-0 lead for Oktaha here in the top of the first. Most importantly, still no outs. Foul ball.
Hey, I need a better effort than that. That's not a very good effort. That head drops, head drop. Work! Come on, Jake.
Okay, momentarily lost the feed there due to the heat. We tried to set up on the field thinking that it would be warm enough, but not necessarily hot enough today to shut off the computer, but it did. So all you missed is Silo gets out of a 2-run deficit with a strikeout, a ground out, and a fly out. However, Oktaha scores 3 in the top of the first on a walk and then a 2 RBI double. Oktaha now leads Silo 3-0 bottom of the first. Silo basically has had 2 batters up here in the bottom of the first, a fly out to center field and then a single. I started not to make this update earlier, but before the game, Will Farr was saying that he did not feel very good, and the performance in the top of the first would seem to back that up. His exact words were, as they said, "Are you okay? Are you all right?" Well, I'm fine. So hopefully he is just not feeling well, a little sluggish. But nonetheless, tough top first for him as he gives up 2 hits and 3 runs. Not an insurmountable deficit for Silo. So back-to-back hits, a single, then a double.
First baseman, 4.
Fly out right field. So a sack RBI makes it a 3-1 game. Runner advances from second to third and third home. I just I may also try setting this chair up and just lowering the tripod as well. See how that'll work.
We didn't play.
All right, let's give this the old college try. Down in the hole. That'll work.
That was not that right.
That runner steals. Throw is going to be late. He'll be in safe on the stolen base. Oktaha now has back-to-back innings runner on second. All right, bunt is thrown down, perfectly executed. That will fall for a single. Runner advances to third. Third hit of the day for the Tigers. Another sack bunt, and it will be a tag out at home. And that is exactly what the Rebels needed. It was close, it was tight, but it is officially a 1-2 fielder's choice tag out at home plate. Boy, that is a potential play of the game, not just offense or defense, but this could make a very big difference in a close game later on. Silo able to mitigate the leadoff run and then bunt. And so now they've got them on the corners, a manageable opportunity for a double play at second and first, and then they can always look home for fielder's choice out. Provided that Farr does not balk, that gives them some more options now instead of the scenario they were looking at earlier. So the second bunt will not count officially as a hit due to the fielder's choice tag out. So 3 hits on the day for Oktaha, and they have got a 3-1 lead over Silo, our Prep Nation TV doubleheader games of the day. Farr keeps him on high and tight first, back in safe. 1-0 pitch count will resume with 1 out. Chopper goes foul, so be 1-1. Silo strands 1, Oktaha strands 2 in the first. Both teams get on the board. Oktaha threatening here again in the top of the second. They've got runners on first and third. Runner goes. Throw is going to be on the left side of the bag. And so wrong spot for a tag out and safe on the stolen base. Tigers thus far have had 3 stolen bases and 2 uncontested, so a total of 5 for the game. Very aggressive start for Oktaha. Ball low and outside. Foul ball pops it up, so that'll give us a full count. And he walks him, so the bases are now loaded for Oktaha. Oh boy. That got the attention of the crowd. Good news, bad news scenario. Bad news is that it was foul for Oktaha. Good news for Silo is that it was foul. That would have scored a whole bunch of runs. All right, force at any base, so you can tag and turn 2 very quickly. Ball is high for a 1-2 count. Tigers in Carolina blue today. Oktaha just outside of Muskogee. And he fouls it off. Silo, of course, a baseball and softball powerhouse. Also pretty good at basketball as well. Located just outside of Durant, or as most natives call it, Durant. Another foul ball. Just catching part of it on the backswing. So the 1-2 pitch count continues in back-to-back sequences. Excellent start to the game for the Tigers. Rebels have just been kind of behind the 8 ball almost from the first batter on. In a pickle here. He lunges again, another foul ball, third straight. Fourth consecutive foul ball. As I stated earlier, today marks a milestone for Coach Billy Bowen of Silo, his 2500th game in his high school career. He has won 2,088 victories, making him the third all-time winningest coach in Oklahoma and the United States. And he gets him on the strikeout. 2 down. Quite the coaching tree for the Bowen family. Larry for Kiowa is number 7 all-time in Oklahoma. Billy Bowen for Silo, number 3. And Merle Bowen now from Asher, number 2. Ball is hit right to the center fielder. Scores 2 on the RBI. 2 RBI single for Oktaha. He was close with the relay throw at home, but in safe. So one goes the way of the Rebels, the other one goes the way of the Tigers. They now have got a 5-1 lead. Foul ball. Ball high and outside. So the count even up at 2-2. Farr needs an out in the worst way possible here. Definitely not his best performance. Ball high, full count. outside. So another bases loaded walk. Silo in a world of hurt here in the top of the second. After giving 3 up in the top of the first, it's now 2 in the top of the second, and the bases are loaded. However, there are 2 outs. Oktaha has been relentless at the plate, aggressive base stealing, opportunistic hitting out in mainly center field. Bunt single as well. Goes to the third baseman. All he has to do is tag, and he does. Fielder's choice, unassist 5. So we'll head to the bottom of the second. Your score now, Oktaha 5, Silo 1, your Prep Nation TV doubleheader games of the day.
Are you from a radio station or something?
It's been an odd year in Oklahoma, as it's been pretty much everywhere. I call 2020 the new verb. If anything goes wrong, crazy, screwy, bluey, or otherwise bizarre, it's going to be called a 2020. No longer perfect vision. Baseball season in large part canceled in the spring. Some teams were able to get as many as 6 games out. I believe Owasso led the state, if I'm correct, with either 6 or 8. I know Red Oak got to play around 4. Silo played at least 3, maybe 4 as well. Most of the teams in the state didn't even get to play. Fall started with the hope of returning, and then COVID testing and guidelines set some teams back several weeks, and then extensive raining this fall. So you look throughout the state, some teams have played already 20 games. Some have only played 6 or 7. Foul ball goes over the opposing dugout. And another foul back-to-back. And the strikeout. Oktaha has brought their A game today. Tigers looking especially good so far through 2. Hit in place, goes for a single. And he turns it and gets the ground out. Boy, everything just going the way of the Tigers thus far. Perfectly positioned for a potential single there, and he snagged it.
on, Bubba.
Let's go, 3. Let's get it hit. Let's go, 3.
And the strikeout. So through 2 innings, Oktaha 5, Silo 1, your Prep Nation TV doubleheader games of the day.
Leading off second baseman, Preston Holmes.
All right, foul ball. Fly out to shallow center field.
Better. Center fielder, James Wilson.
And flies out to left field. Back-to-back flyouts, 2 down.
Let's see, Tucker, Preston.
Right to the shortstop. So it is a 3-up, 3-down inning, a huge change for the trajectory of the game thus far. Rebels will be up to bat, bottom of the 3rd inning coming up. Your Prep Nation TV doubleheader games of the day.
Leading off, bottom of the third inning, the right fielder, Mason Early.
And another fly out to right field.
I just thought there was game changer. I didn't know these other options.
Game. All right, so a strikeout, so 2 down after the fly out to right field. Not much doing for Silo here today. They got 1 run in the bottom of the first and then blanked in the second, and 2 down now here in the third. He pops up to the catcher, waves him off, and the pitcher snags it. So it is a 3-up, 3-down inning for both teams. Through 3, Oktaha 5, Silo 1, your Prep Nation TV doubleheader games of the day.
Leading off for Casa in the fourth inning, first baseman Mason Ledford.
Pop up infield, first base waves him off. 1 down.
The shortstop, Hunter Damage.
Fly out left field.
With the designated hitter, Brody Durant.
All right, so right fielder runs under it and it gets the out, so it is back-to-back 3 up, 3 down. Let's see if the Rebels can finally yell and get something going here in the bottom of the 4th. Another single for the Rebels.
Dragging, let's go. Get in front. Quit dragging, get it where it goes. Let's go.
Another fly out. That checks him back on first. And in for a strike. 1-1 pitch count. Rebels have a runner on first. They need to get 2 or 3 across home plate here. It has been all Oktaha thus far. Runner goes, gets a great hop. Unfortunately, he is going to have to come back. So negates a stolen base, puts him right back on first with 2 outs. Inside for a strike. All right, pitcher keeps him tied on first and safe. Runner again goes. Batter wisely does not swing. Nuances of a pitcher at bat versus an infielder. He knew the run was jumped, so he would not swing to make him go back. That pitch there could have easily had Silo on third had the foul ball or the pop-up fly to right field not be swung at. So very important to let your base runner do what the instructions are for the coach to advance him. Second strike taken, 1-2 now. Farr will have to be much more aggressive in the pitch. Foul ball, should have left that one alone, would have been 2-2. All right, brief timeout. Catcher heads to meet the pitcher. Fifth place game earlier today was a battle of the Tigers once again. Tuska came out on the winning side after losing on Thursday 6-4 to Oktaha. They rallied to defeat Tupelo 13-6. Game after this will be for the 23rd Annual Silo Rebel Invitational Championship. It'll feature Class B Red Oak Eagles versus Class A Dale Pirates, who were upset winners last night over Silo. So the runner does steal. Wouldn't have been able to get home, but he would have already been at least on third. Two on the pitch count. And in for the strike. Rebels Strand 1 through 4. Your score, Oktaha 5. Silo 1, Prep Nation TV, doubleheader games of the day. Okay, thank you. right, goes foul. Foul ball again, so back-to-back pitches. 0-2 count now favors the Rebels. Ball high and outside. In the dirt low, 2-2. Another foul ball. 2-2 pitch count remains. That one may hook foul again, but it's going to stay in play. So a fly out all the way to left field deep, one down. And he gets him to pop up again, foul over a home dugout. 0-1. Right to the first base, goes off his glove. Second base throws to the pitcher, will be late. So it is a single for Oktaha. So Oktaha is able to beat the potential throw. First base traps it, flicks it over to the second baseman who fires to the pitcher and just misses the tag at first. Ball in high, 1-1. Finals throughout the state. Asher defeats Latta today 8-7. Lokiba Sickles defeats Binger Oni 11-6. Fly out to left field. And 2 down. Boswell defeats both Rock Creek and Hayworth 13-1 and 11-3 in action at the Clara tournament. Crowder victorious over Preston 9-1. Battiest run rules Haleyville, Pittsburgh, 10-0. Boswell, likewise, 11-3 over Hayworth, as I said. LaFleur defeated Smithville 7-6. Sterling upsets Lokiba Sickles 3-1. And Tuska, as I said prior, a 13-6 winner over Tupelo. Fly out center field. All right, so the Rebels are able to mitigate some potential damage there. Keeps one runner on, stranded for Oktaha. We'll head to the bottom of the fifth. The score remains Oktaha 5, Silo 1. Your Prep Nation TV doubleheader games of the day.
Second baseman, Caleb Cummins.
And there we go. So the Rebels finally get another single.
Now that's catcher, Durant.
Come on, Bubba.
Pops up infield, will scoot over to second, goes back to first, one down.
Now batting, right fielder, Mason Harmony.
Come on, Mason.
Flies out to center field and two down.
Third baseman, Chase Gordon.
Oh, swung in the dirt. He went golfing. And he didn't even get the golf part of it down either. Whew, got to leave those alone. As a pitcher, you would think that they would have innate instincts on hitting, but many times pitchers are some of the worst hitters. Fouls it off 0-2. Ball one hops. Runner started to go, and now he is caught in between, and he can thank a fielding error for not getting thrown out because he was otherwise in dead to rights area for a suicide squeeze. So potential 6-4 5 combo to tag him out, falls out the window, and the stolen base will advance the runner now to third. Rebels 1 out. And that's going to score a run. RBI single. 5th hit of the day. And it is now a 5-2 game.
They didn't mark it.
I stand corrected. The scoreboard has been kind of in a tape delay mode most of the game, and they were 1 out behind. And if I had been putting 2 and 2 together, I would have known that on the flyouts. So we have 2 down now. Above his head. So the Rebels get 1 in the bottom of the 1st. They've got 1 here now in the bottom of the 5th. Largest lead of the game for Oktaha was 4 at 5-1. Silo has trailed throughout. I'd like to thank today's coverage sponsor, Casa in Calera and Durant. Blake is an especially good sponsor and been with us for several years now. I appreciate his generosity and love for high school sports. If you're in Durant or Calera, stop by Taco Casa and fill up on your Mexican grub. Ball inside, catcher goes, is close, but he's in safe. 3-1 count. Another pitcher up at the plate, so we will see how he does. This is number 4 in Silo's rotation. And another single, so the pitchers deliver back-to-back hits for the Rebels. Corbin and Connery Associates. All right. Coach Kevin Rodden is going to be making a pitching change. I'm not sure if it's coming now or if it is imminent, but he is already looking the way of some other players. We will see if he sticks through the rest of the inning. Someone has been up throwing the ball around over in the other dugout. Looks like he'll keep him in here in the bottom of the 5th. And now the catcher goes out to talk to the pitcher. Ball just outside, 1-0 count. And he gets a nice lick on it. Unfortunately, flies right out to center field. So the Rebels strand 2 through 5. Your score, Oktaha 5, Silo 2. Top of the 6th inning coming up.
16, Parker.
All right, Parker comes in relief of Farr. So Farr is done for the day with 5 innings pitched.
Leading off for Oktaha, center fielder, Durant.
And the batter is hit, so we'll advance to first. All right, so pitch count evens up 2-2. Oktaha has been able to get a runner on in virtually every inning. It's been kind of largely immaterial after a huge first and second that they've stranded bases, but when they've got on, they've scored every time. It was a 3-up, 3-down, third and fourth. So let's see if they are able to get back to their scoring ways here in the sixth. And another hit. 2-1, first and second. That shows bunt pulls back in for a strike. Silo anticipating a potential sack bunt here. So second and third both charging the mound. Batter again shows, and the throw is off in safe at third. Would have been an ideal opportunity for a tag out, and unfortunately ball dropped by the third baseman. So now you would assume the Tigers will resume actually swinging for the fences. They don't have to advance the runner from second to third now, and you run the risk of a potential double play if you don't put this into deep territory anyway. Pitcher goes back in safe. All right. So the changeup makes it a 2-2 count. And a strikeout. So the Rebels get their first batter down. Now a potential infield double play looms large. So you have to be very, very careful if you are number 11 to hit to the pitcher, shortstop, second base, third base, any combination to put this in play. You need it in the outfield and preferably as deep or high as possible. 0-1 count. Runner goes. He will steal uncontested. Another bobble there. So advantage swings back the way of the Tigers. You can throw down a first base bunt. You can go for a sac fly. Exactly like that, which will be a scoring opportunity. And it is a 6-2 lead for Oktaha. Sac RBI to center field. And he hits it opposite field, and that'll be an RBI single. Ball outside. So should this one go final, Farr will take the loss, even though we've had a substitution here for pitchers in the 6th inning. Coach Bowen will be pulling, so we may be looking at change right now, possibly going to Proctor. We'll see who's in.
Great.
So Roberts in for the Rebels, their 3rd pitcher of the day. You have got to think that at the end of this particular game, the pep talk in the dugout is going to be brutal. I am privy to things that are said, and I try very hard not to post or say things that would put coaches or players in potential bad light or a negative connotation. I do not want it being thought that we're trying to sensationalize things like most of the media do. So there's a lot of times I know things and I keep it to myself, but I will say that Coach Hastings gave them an earful earlier and said that they are not living up to the tradition and excellence that Silo Rebels maintain. And he told them he will pull jerseys on Monday if they do not get it in gear. So we will see if this is the wake-up call that Silo needed. They had a similar stretch last year, and so did Red Oak for that matter. Red Oak lost 2 games in a row, and they were pretty much drilled here at the Silo tournament, and then lost their next game when they went home and picked up a 3-way after they clinched district and lost 2 games that week before the state tournament. And then went on a 5-0 run and won state. So one thing about baseball is it is definitely rhythm, discipline, execution, and consistency. So he gets it all the way at the track. So positive there. Only 1 run scores in the bottom for Silo, 2 in the top. So just like the start to the game where we had 6 runs scored back-to-back-to-back innings, we now have 1 and 2 on the scoreboard again after a bunch of zeros in between. So let's see if the Rebels can put some points on the board here. Bottom of the 6th, 7-2 lead Oktaha, the 3rd place game at the 23rd annual Silo Rebel Invitational.
First baseman, Gibson, 4.
Next game should be very interesting. Red Oak came in rolling this week after a brief break for COVID. They started the season 10-0, pretty much took off week 4, and then went 3-0 to bump up to 13-0, and then lost to Varnum. And then they were 9-0 victors on Thursday versus Soper. And then again victorious last night versus this Oktaha team. I have said it before, and I'll stay with it. It may very well be that Roth and Red Oak from Class B are 2 of the best 2 or 3 best teams in the state. I would certainly put Canute right up there with them right now with the way the teams are playing. A potential Goliath versus Goliath matchup is brewing for Class B in a rematch with the Roth Tigers and the Red Oak Eagles. Should be a tantalizing opportunity for one of those schools to get another state championship on the banners. So a single for the Rebels, and they've got a runner on. All right, substitution and pinch runner at first after the leadoff single. Gets out ahead on the swing. That is going to go right over. Oh, a fielding error by the center fielder. So we have a 8th FE. So the Rebels have now got some momentum here in the bottom of the 6th. They need a home run, a double, a triple, something to bring their dugout back to life. Thus far, the crowd has been more boisterous and animated than the team has been. Kind of a morose start to the game where they have not been really their efficient, lethal selves that we're used to seeing. Said earlier today that this is Coach Bowen's 25th, 100th game in high school baseball. He has won 2,088 games, good for 3rd all-time in the state of Oklahoma and the entire United States. He trails his uncle Merle Bowen now by 26 games. Nice little one-hopper to first, unassist on the tag. So 2 down, runner advances to 3rd. And 2nd. And a strike. And in for back-to-back strikes, 0-2 count. And right back to the first baseman, and it's going to be back-to-back unassist tagouts. So first baseman's earning his paycheck today. Number 20 gets 2 outs in a row. So we do have a sack RBI, which is the positive 7-3 game for the Rebels. Runners do advance from second to third home. So a potential single, throwing error, fielding error, anything could score another run. And he gets out ahead of it. Strike 2. High choke on the swing. And he gets that one solid. And it goes right to left field. So the Rebels strand one again. Through 6, your score is now Oktaha 7, Silo 3, your Prep Nation TV games of the day. And the strikeout for the Rebels.
Next batter, right fielder, catches Christian.
To the second baseman, and a fielding error at the 4 spot. So second error in as many innings now, back-to-back. Each team has had 1, so that's 3 in literally the last top, or I should say top portions of the 6th and 7th. Not sure if nerves are getting the better of some of the players or they're just fatigued, but they are missing some very easy balls. And he threw to the wrong base, and safe at second. He was halfway down the line when he threw that ball. You fake throw to first and you swing it over to second in that case. Oktaha has been aggressive from the very first base runner on, and it's continued to pay dividends. If you didn't know better, you would swear the teams have switched jerseys. That's generally how the Rebels play. They just methodically wear a team down and just consistently, ferociously keep coming and coming and coming, hitting and stealing and executing squeeze plays. And it's been a very, very unique game today. Fly out to left field. Runner remains on second. Ball in high, 1-0 count. I was very close to hitting the batter there. So probably very fortunate that that is a 1-1 count ricocheting off the bat. And he hits him, so it's more of the same for Silo. They get a run, but unfortunately every time they score, as you can see from the scoreboard, Oktaha responds back. 3-0 top first, they get one run, so they put two more on the board in the top of the second, and then we get all the way over to the bottom of the fifth. And then we go top sixth when Silo got one in the bottom of the fifth, two more again in the top sixth for Oktaha, then one in the bottom of the sixth. We'll see if that trend continues here in the top of the seventh for Oktaha. That's a winning formula no matter how you slice it. Phew, 3-0 on the count. And he walks. Bases are loaded again. Any chance Silo has to win this game is predicated on getting this third out right here before another run scores. Foul ball. 0-2 count remains. definitely looked to be a strike, so it's called a ball, 1-2. And there it is. So the Tigers strand 3. Their streak is snapped from being able to respond to each inning that Silo has scored. So we're in the bottom of the 7th. Silo needs 4 to force extra innings, 5 to win by walk-off. Otherwise, we will have a final score and victory for Oktaha. Rebels up to bat, bottom of the 7th inning coming up.
Leading off for Oktaha, third baseman, Durant.
Where you go, Chase?
Foul ball makes it an 0-1 count.
Here we go, Chase.
And back-to-back strikes, 0-2. Ball is high. And it's a strikeout, 1 down. Perfectly timed shot. That'll be enough for a leadoff single. Going left field. Fly out right to the Tiger left fielder. And like that, 2 down. Rebels down now to their final out.
First baseman, Houston, fourth.
And he pops up. It's going to go to the second baseman, and that will do it. Final score, Oktaha 7, Silo 3. Rebels go down in defeat back-to-back days here at the 23rd Annual Silo Rebel Invitational.